and made his conquests as public as possible, exciting other women's competitive desire to join the club of the polite and civil, while letting it be known that behind the scenes, you are incorrigible. That behind the scenes, you are incorrigible. The Duc de Richelieu made by reputation that Lord by reputation that Lord that Lord by reputation that Lord by reputation that Lord by reputation that Lord Byron may feel ambivalent about President Clinton's reputation, but beneath that ambivalence is an underlying interest. Don't leave your reputation to chance or gossip. It is your life's artwork. You must and display it. Uncontrollable devotion to pleasure. This will make you seem weak, but also exciting to be around. Your disdain for convention, a rebellious streak that makes you seem dangerous. This last element can be slightly hidden. On the surface, be polite and
can whipping on you, and I don't want you to think that it was a fair. What I was throwing at them and paralyzed me in the spirit because their words meant nothing, but my words had demonic power. What I was throwing at them and paralyzed me in the spirit. What I was throwing at them and paralyzed me in the spirit because their words meant nothing, but my words had demonic powers. So when the devil come up to me, I was in St. Croix, and this witch came up to me in the altar, and she went, I'm the witch of St. Croix. Witch of St. Croix. I come to destroy you. I said, first of all, get your hand out of my mouth. Get your hand out of my face, because I grew up in the Bronx. I'd bite your fingers off. You crazy? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Who about it? You can either celebrate or throw a pity party. And I turned around, and the witch came up to me, and I said to the witch, listen to me. He said, what? You lost ground. You lost ground. You lost ground. I said, you got everything you got? He said, what do you mean? You lost ground again. Now you got question marks. I got the answer. You got question marks. And he said to me, what do you got? He said, what do you mean? You lost ground again. Now you got question marks. I got the answer. You got question marks. And he said to me, what do you got? He said, what do you mean? You lost ground again. Now you got question marks. I got the answer. You got question marks. And he said to me, what do you mean? I said, did you bring all your arsenal with you? All your arsenal with you. And he said, you don't talk like a Christian. I said, at this point, I'm not. At this point, I'm not a Christian. Because this is spiritual warfare. There's no real ground. All your arsenal with you. All your arsenal with you. And he said, you don't talk like a Christian. I said, at this point, I'm not. At this point, I'm not a Christian, because this is spiritual warfare. There's no rules. Now, if you want to get saved, I'm a Christian. I'll lead you to the Lord, my brother. And he was like, okay, but if you're not going to get saved, I'm not a Christian right now. This is spiritual warfare. There's no rules in spiritual warfare. And he said, what are you talking? You talk crazy. I said, yeah, I do. I said, did you bring all your arsenal with you tonight? And he said, what do you mean? I said, all your arsenal, all your devils, all your spiritual warfare, all your tools, all your demonic contracts that you bring them with you tonight. Because I'm here for 3 days. You can come back tomorrow, or you can come back the next day. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, because in 30 seconds, I'm going to open up a can of whipping on you. I said, I'm going to open up a can of whipping on you, and I don't want you to think that it was a fair fight. He said to me, I'm ready. I got my stuff. I said, you sure? He said, yeah. I said, okay. You ready for this? I said, I'm even telling you, get ready. See, I seen too much in Jesus. Stop. I seen too much in Jesus Christ. Speak known faith. The currency of heaven is faith, by the way. If you speak, you bring them with you tonight. Because I'm here for 3 days. You can come back tomorrow, or you can come back the next day. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, because in 30 seconds, I'm gonna open up a can of whipping on you. I said, I'm gonna open up a can of whipping on you, and I don't want you to think that it was a fair fight. He said to me, I'm virtual warfare, all your tools, all your demonic contracts, did you bring them with you tonight? Virtual warfare. I said, yeah, I do. I said, did you bring all your arsenal with you tonight? And he said, what do you mean? I said, all your arsenal, all your devils, all your spiritual warfare, all your tools, all your demonic contracts, did you bring them with you tonight? Because I'm here for 3 days. You can come back tomorrow. Did you bring them with spiritual warfare off? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? And then he said to me, I come to destroy you. I'm the witches in Christ. I said, really? I said, let me ask you a question. He said, what? He lost ground right there. Because I already flipped the script on him. He lost ground right there. See, now you're not controlling the conversation anymore. Now I'm controlling it. You see what I'm saying? It's what, if the devil says something, you go, what? Get off. You crazy? What's wrong with you? 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 And then,
Did she?
No, that was my idea.
Well, Elaine should deliver her own kisses. She'd do better than that. From now on, I want it understood that you and Elaine are to do your visiting here.
Did you miss me that much?
You bet I did. 3 days is too long a time without seeing you around the house, Freckles.
I knew you were glad I was back. When these came, oh, they're beautiful, Greg.
Why, you act as if getting flowers from me is something unusual.
Well, I think it is unusual for a brother to be so kind. Oh, I forgot. I invited a few of your friends over tonight.
Well, that was thoughtful of you. I hope they don't stay too late. I've got a big day tomorrow.
Oh, you work so hard, Greg. Why do you do it?
Well, it's a big secret, but I let you in on it. I want the greatest little sister to have everything she wants.
And I have. Oh, Greg, no girl in the world could have a finer brother.
That is a compliment. Remind me to have you say it again at the next meeting of our Mutual Admiration Society. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go and dress for dinner.
Before I knew what happened, he hung this on me. You better not let that parole officer get a look at it. I hope I can keep out of his sight till this gets healed.
You might not think your job calls for protecting beautiful damsels.
Yeah, he could call it a parole violation. You better tell Warren you want him to get someone else to drive his sister around. But that isn't true. That's what I thought.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, it's written all over you. You spent 15 minutes describing her. Say, is she really that lovely? Oh, so that's it. Well, let me give you a bit of advice. You better keep your fists in your pockets. That gives a fellow a swell chance to protect a lady. Hey, listen, the fellow you want to protect right now is Dave Tyler, if you want to keep your freedom. Freedom? What kind of freedom have I got? My parole is just a tougher way to do a prison stretch. Every time I take a breath, I expect some cop to grab me. Well, sure, I know it's tough, but it'd be a lot worse back there where they herd you around with a gun. At least you have some liberty here. Yeah, just enough to make you want more. Then they dare you to take it. They may not have a gun stuck into me, but they might just as well have. I'm supposed to take it for 6 years, and then what am I? A guy with a crime record pinned onto him. Well, I'm not going to be branded for the rest of my...
Everybody's a burglar, everybody's a crook. You don't believe in philanthropy, you don't believe in public spiritedness, you don't even believe in men like Mr. Canning.
All I know about Mr. Canning is he's your boss.
Oh, Johnny, you're hopeless. What would you do if I said Joel Green was a dishonest man?
You say you were cockeyed. He's honest if the day is long.
Well, that's just the way I feel about Mr. Canning. And I should know. I've been with him many years. I was with the firm years before he made me his private secretary.
All right.
Okay, baby. I love you, too. All right.
Mr. Haley.
Yes, Mom.
I wonder if I could have a little information for my private file.
Why, certainly.
Are you married?
Well, yes.
Any children? Oh, how silly.
Yes. Do you want my number?
I've got your number.
You've got my...
Oh, Mr. Haley, I wonder if by any chance you happen to be going my way.
Well, which way are you going?
The only thing is, I live at 191st Street.
There's a very funny thing now. I'm going within 2 blocks of it.
Oh, fine. Will you hold my mirror, Mr. Haley?
Yes.
Haley.
Yes.
Haley, that's such a lovely name. It has a certain ring to it.
Uh-huh. Did I ever tell you the history of the Haleys?
No.
You know, Charlemagne, the emperor of the whole West, he was the first Haley. And one of the kings of Ireland, he was a Haley.
Do you know that I am the first son of the first son of the first son for 600 years straight down to...
Haile Selassie.
Yes.
Hey, it's 10 after 6 and we don't pay overtime.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
And on time.
I'm always on time, except when I...
Good night, Aloysius.
Don't be working too hard, Johnny. I always say a fella isn't happy unless he enjoys his work. And the only way to enjoy your work is to do a very little of it. Except, of course, in a case where you have something to do which you can't put off. In which case, you can always quit your job because you say...
Good night, Aloysius. Good night, Hazel.
Good night.
Take good care of yourself.
Don't worry about her. She knows all the answers.
Sure I do, if you'll stop talking long enough for me to use them.
As I was saying earlier, it cannot be explained. God has a sense of humor. He takes a devil worshiper that hated Christianity